and welcome to Upbeat and Beyond. I'm Mary Kay Kuhrts, the publisher of the Upbeat Reporter. It's a Christian news magazine bringing good news, hope, and direction to the Texas Panhandle. And today we welcome our special guest, Leslie Massey with Farmers Insurance. She's an advertiser in the Upbeat Reporter. Leslie, I want to know basically where you were born and raised and where you come from.
Okay, great, Mary Kay. I am so glad to be here. I was actually born in Hereford and lived there for a short time. We moved to Canyon when I was in kindergarten and went through school in Canyon, went to WT, and ended up moving to Amarillo in 2001 after I graduated from WT with a marketing degree.
That's awesome. And how did you get into the insurance business?
Oh, Mary Kay, that's a funny story. God places us where we're supposed to be. I didn't grow up ever thinking about being an insurance agent. I didn't have anyone in my family that was an agent. Things just kind of fell into place. I worked at the local newspaper here in town for about 8 years, always with the aspiration to sell pharmaceuticals. I have an older brother that does that and thought that would be, my calling as well, and ended up getting a job with the pharmaceutical company in 2008, and they had a big round of layoffs. That industry is not very stable sometimes, and what I thought was a terrible thing ended up being a blessing because that door closed. And again, I looked to my brother for guidance, and he said, insurance is something that I wish I would have considered earlier in my life. And he had some friends that were successful in the business. So I, thought, well, hey, let's give it a try. So I, had put my resume out there, looking, for the next plan, and got a call from the Farmers District office and met with Jeff Ivy. And, I've always been a hard worker, and being laid off was something that I couldn't imagine ever happening to me because I was always, giving 100%. But again, I think that when, God puts a plan in place, and that door was closed, and I, being laid off actually gave us a year's worth of health insurance and a good severance package. My husband is self-employed, and so I was always the one carrying all the insurance and the benefits and things. And so that transition time with that severance was really what allowed us to take this leap of faith into insurance. And so,
well, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great. And you've been in business now. You just celebrated 10 years.
I know.
That's awesome.
I can't believe that. Sometimes it is a shock. 10 years went by so fast. I started in 2009, and we celebrated our 10th anniversary in April.
Your ribbon cutting.
Yes, we did. I was so busy when I started. I didn't do those ribbon cutting things in the beginning. We were too busy trying to get started, and so finally able to slow down for a second and really commemorate that 10-year anniversary. And I can't imagine doing anything else than insurance awesome. Right now.
Well, I was so impressed with you at that open house that I called on you to be an advertiser of the Upbeat Reporter, and you said yes. And why did you want to be a part of the Upbeat Reporter?
What, Mary Kay, I love what you're doing with the Upbeat Reporter. Any more media can be so dark, and there's so much controversy, whether it's politics or, just anything. And I think that a magazine that focuses on good news, the good things happening in our community, is something that I want to be a part of.
That's
if we just take time to look around, there are such good people in Amarillo and so many good things happening. I think it's important to be able to highlight that.
Well, thank you for being a part of it. I really appreciate
I'm
your
excited
support.
to be.
Now, I read on your website that you were awarded an award for President's Council. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
What is that?
Oh my gosh. So I was so honored to have the President's Council Award. It's actually a nomination that you get from the state executives. We received the President's Council Award for our production in 2016. I was actually the first agent in our district to have been awarded President's Council.
Wow.
So it's the highest honor that you can receive as a farmer's insurance agent. We had an amazing trip out to California, got to take our family. got to network and talk to, some of the other best agents in the company, along with our leadership team. We sat at tables with our CEO and the head of marketing and all of the people that really help make the decisions, and they're just interested in our feedback. But yeah, that was an award I plan to win again. So far, I've only achieved it once, but again, we are trying to put all the pieces in the right place to achieve that again. But along with the trip, it's just, you get to use that President's Council things and some advertising. It's just a very big honor.
That's great.
So yeah,
That's
I was
great.
excited. And, it's not about me either. It's about my team.
And how many people do you have on your team?
Oh my gosh. So started with just me. And now there are 6 of us together.
That's
so
right.
I have 5 other team members in the office. Right now we're an office full of women. Very strong personality sometimes, but it's a lot of fun. Everybody's licensed, fully licensed in life and health and P&C, and so there shouldn't ever be a time that a client calls the office that we can't answer their questions or help them.
Everybody's always really friendly when I go there.
Oh, thank you. In 10 years, it did take a while to get the right team in place, but I am so fortunate to have the women in the office that are with me now and on my team. We all root for each other, and everybody has a giving heart too. And so we're all, kind of servants of servant leaders or want to give back to the community. And so it's pretty neat to be part of that group.
That's great. And tell people where you are located.
I am located at 2700 Southwestern Street, suite number 700. I'm right across the street from Bangkok, Tokyo, which is the best part of my office location. If you haven't eaten there, you really should. But it's right there at the intersection of Olsen and Western. But I'm on Western again, right across the street from Vince's Pizza in Bangkok, Tokyo.
That's great. And your website?
Our web address,
You can just Google Leslie.
Yeah. That would probably be the easiest way to find us. I think it's farmersagent.com / Massey. But if you go to farmers.com, you can search my name, or of course we're on Facebook. But yeah, we are just happy to be in the insurance business. I think it's important to have somebody that can break down that insurance language and that paperwork you get in the mail to what it really means to you on a day-to-day basis. And we were happy to look over any kind of insurance policies, even if you're not our customer. We want to take the time and educate you so that you can make an educated decision, because things are complicated when you get them in the mail.
That is true. That is very good. And I really appreciate you being a part of the Upbeat Reporter.
Yeah.
And so, without further ado, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us on Upbeat and Beyond.